Emergency, guys. This is an emergency live stream as everybody starts to come on in. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. If you haven't and you live in New Orleans, you might be living under a rock. But our Hall of Fame quarterback, our greatest of all time, Drew Brees, tweeted about half an hour ago that he might be interested in coming back. Earlier today, the news broke out that Drew Brees and NBC were ending their relationship. Apparently, NBC was not as high of Drew Brees' announcing as others may have been. Within 5 hours, Drew Brees set out a tweet after all the news reports, and he said, "Well, guys," and let me see if I can share the screen so you guys can see what Drew Brees said. Drew Brees essentially said, there y'all go. Can y'all see it? He says, despite speculation from media about my future this fall, I am currently undecided. I may work for NBC. I may play football again. That's the part that got Saints Twitter, Saints social media, Saints New Orleans, city of New Orleans, the whole state of Louisiana in uproar. He may focus on business and philanthropy. He may train for the pickleball tour, the senior golf tour. Coach his kids are all of the above. He'll let us know. Well, now, obviously, you can take that tweet a bunch of ways. You can think that maybe Drew Brees was just being tongue-in-cheek. Me being a very tongue-in-cheek Saints-like channel, I understand it. I appreciate it, actually. Or you can take it absolutely serious, and we know how competitive Drew is. Drew also said today, right before that tweet on Instagram and Twitter, that, man, the signing of Jarvis Landry and Tyrann Mathieu makes me want to come back and play again. A lot of exclamation points. Great additions, leaders, and players. As you see right below Chase Daniel, Hall of Fame backup quarterback, man, that's made like $100 million and only played like 8 games total as a football player, says, stop teasing these people, Drew. Tom House, Drew's trainer, says the eye emoji with the GOAT. So who knows how serious Drew Brees is about this? What do you guys think? And then the question is, do we want Drew Brees back? Are we so much far on the Jameis train that we're like, nah, Drew, enjoy your retirement? It's definitely going to have Saints fans conflicted. Just the what-if scenario of if Drew Brees called Mickey Loomis and say, yo, I want back in. This team is too good. I still think that I got something in me. Let's go win a championship. I love it. As a content creator, I absolutely love it. I mean, come on, man. This is great. This is great content. This is great. You know, the season doesn't really start till August. I know we got rookie minicamp this past weekend. I know we got minicamp coming up soon. I know we got training camp within like the next 3 months, but we always need something to talk about and digest. And Drew Brees just threw a match on Saints land and set that mother on fire. I mean, we got 31 people here on a Sunday night because of what Drew Brees just said. So I need to know, how do y'all feel about this? This is like, again, so my initial reaction when I saw it was, this is just Drew being silly. He might be setting up. I don't know if you guys remember Tom Brady did something similar earlier last season or off season. I forget what the time frame was, where he made his wife Giselle put out like a discreet tweet where she was trying to like insinuate that Tom wanted to get traded or whatever. And right away, when I saw that tweet, I was like, yeah, this is just Tom doing one of his branding commercials or something for a campaign or something. But it was obviously enough because there's so many diehard passionate fans to get everybody going crazy. Like, oh, does Tom want to be traded? Does Tom want out of Tampa Bay? I was like, oh, that's bullshit, guys. Really, y'all believe that? And it wound up, of course, being a commercial for whatever the hell he was promoting. I don't know. It wasn't even that funny of a commercial. He kind of took a shot at the Saints in the commercial, too. I was like, we own you, motherfucker. Don't be taking no shots at my team. We don't want your ass down here in New Orleans. So I saw that tweet, and I was like, yeah, I think Drew is just being silly. You know, he's like taking the harsh news, I guess, of him not getting that NBC announcing gig and decided to turn it into a joke or maybe a part of a campaign for some building that he's going to unveil. You know, Drew's always like unveiling new products and buildings and, you know, things like that. So, but then right away I was like, but then again, maybe, I mean, because look, Drew had a phone conversation with Sean Payton last year when we had freaking Lil John Humphrey as our number 1 wide receiver. And Drew Brees entertained coming back for that Dolphins game on Monday Night Football, one of the worst football games of all time. Shame that the NFL made us play that damn game. So I was like, well, shit, if Drew's competitive nature made him even ponder for a second coming back from Marquez Callaway and Lil John Humphrey, y'all really don't think that he might just have a little bit in him that's like, you know what? Shit, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, and Jarvis Landry? I can still sling that motherfucker. Maybe not as far as I used to back in 2009, 2010, 2011, but I can still get that bitch out there. So I don't know. I don't know. I would say like if Drew is serious, if Drew is really serious about wanting to come back and play football, I think it won't be until like October, November where he really gets that itch and says, okay, I'm coming back. Like he's going to let the NFL atmosphere kind of simmer in the first few weeks to see what teams are real, what teams are not. He'll want to see if the Saints are for real. He'll want to gauge the progress of Jameis Winston and see. Now, if we're a good team in late October, November, but Jameis is kind of on along for the ride, but not necessarily really leading us. Like we're winning because not because of Jameis, but like with help assistance from Jameis, then I think Drew might say, you know what, I could come back and finish this job for y'all. Now, if we're like teetering on 500, and wow, y'all, by the way, side note, the Suns are getting their ass whooped. Jeez. If Jameis is struggling and it's just not happening and fans are fed up, I can see Drew saying, hold on, this team still has a shot at the playoffs. Let me come back and show it how it's done. Now, Jameis is like kicking ass, which we all want Jameis to do, and like just dominating and putting up amazing stats with Jarvis Landry, Olave, and Michael Thomas. I think Drew's going to say, nah, I'm not coming back. I don't want to do it. So I do think that window of possibility is there, but I don't know. It's a fun conversation, and we have a lot of people in the chat. My dog Royce, what up, Royce? Royce says this is, and Royce, y'all, is one of the biggest Drew Brees fans. I mean, Drew Brees could be like 60 years old, and Royce is going to be like, hell yeah, come back. My dog Ziggy, and y'all shout out to Ziggy for giving us this platform to live stream tonight. He got the eye emojis. A lot of us got that eye emoji when we saw that tweet. We were like, whoa. Lion Core says that, let's be honest, he thinks that he's probably trolling, but it would be epic. Yeah, I mean, imagine that loud crowd reaction when Drew Brees would be announced as starting quarterback if he ever did come back, because we never got to give him a proper farewell. Last year at Thanksgiving, we got to give him a halftime ceremony, but it wasn't the proper farewell that he deserved. He deserved like that farewell in his final game, whether it had been a win or loss, and obviously it probably would have still have been that loss against Tampa, even with a full Superdome crowd, where we got to applaud the man for his 15 great years of quarterbacking on and off the field in New Orleans. Honey Badger, who is not a Saints fan, he's a Rams fan, says that Drew Brees is washed with the laughing emoji. Walt Town Best says that Cam Jordan is tweeting about OBJ too. I think everybody's tweeting about OBJ. That's nothing new. I don't think OBJ is going to be fully ready to play football until November. So whoever he signs with, he's not coming back till November. Now, come November, if he's down to come for a 1 year, prove it type deal with the Saints to get his body right and just kind of use this year as a bridge year to his next year in 2023 where he's really going to be fully healthy, then I would gladly take him, because you can never have enough wide receiver help, in my opinion. I like when the Buccaneers signed Antonio Brown, and everybody was like, well, why are they signing Antonio Brown? They got Chris Evans and Mike Godwin. And then the Super Bowl, when Antonio Brown stepped up while Evans and Godwin were struggling a little bit, I was like, that's why you sign as much wide receiver help as possible. I don't care how much talent you think you have. You never have enough talent in the NFL. So if OBJ would be interested in coming down here in November, I would take him. He would be our number 4 wide receiver. So as long as he's okay with knowing that, like, you're a luxury player this season, you're a guy who will bring in for like 4 wide receiver sets for special plays, then absolutely I'll take him. But I feel like OBJ deep down just really wants to be an LA kid, because, you know, he loves the glitz and the glamour of Los Angeles. But we'll see. We'll see. What up, Master Podcast? Vision says Daddy Brees is coming back with the yearning emoji. I don't know if that means he's happy with the news or not happy with the move. Dale Gordon says Drew Brees is a backup. I'm assuming he means that Drew Brees will be a backup at this function now. I wouldn't mind Drew Brees as a quarterback coach too, but I don't know if Drew Brees is interested in coaching. You know, what y'all think? Do y'all think he will be ready to be a coach? I know that he loves the game of football, but I don't know if he's willing to put in all those hours like as an assistant coach if he's not playing or if he's not the head coach. Like, you know, when you have such success as a starting quarterback, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, arguably a top 5 quarterback of all time to many people, the GOAT to Saints fans, you don't necessarily feel like you that you want to have to be a quarterback. You know, like my ego would be too big. I'd be like, I'm not starting off as no damn quarterback coach. You got to go make me an offensive coordinator. I'm going to be a head coach right away. I get moved up to the front of the line. Motherfucker, did you see my career? So I don't know if Drew would want to be a quarterback coach. Maybe he'll come in and be the special assistant. You know how they make them little corny ass titles. Special assistant to the head coach. He might want to do that just so he could be like, I'm a part of the ride. I want to help the team out. But I can't see him coming back to coach the quarterbacks specifically. As I see some people on Twitter are like, yeah, well, if he comes back, just do the quarterback coach. I'm like, Drew ain't gonna be no damn quarterback. It's Drew Brees. Like, can you imagine a Drew Brees, a Tom Brady, a Joe Montana, somebody like that coming back and playing a positional role for a coaching staff? Hell no. They're gonna be like, y'all better give me that money and make me one of the top notch assistants on the staff. Look, y'all, I mean, again, it's a Sunday evening. I'm not even an official Saints podcaster. I'm more of a Saints content where I do my skits and stuff. And we got 30 people in this thing. I think everybody's really, I don't know if excited is the word, but curious. Everybody is really, really curious. Jaylene says Drew is still better than Jameis Winston. Now, that's going to get people really talking, Jaylene, because we got a lot of Jameis believers in the Who Dat Nation, which is ironic, right? Like, we used to clown Jameis here as the Saints fans, but now that he's wearing black and gold, we protect him like he's our mother. You know, like nobody can talk bad about him. So I wouldn't say that Drew Brees is better than Jameis Winston now. Drew Brees will always have the intangibles over Jameis Winston. That's not an insult against Jameis. Drew Brees was just one of the most smartest quarterbacks of all times. Those type of quarterbacks don't grow on trees, that IQ or whatnot. That Drew can do more as far as like reading the defense or being able to audible better than what Jameis can at Jameis's part of his career right now. But physically, obviously, Jameis is just so much better than Drew right now. And Jameis probably would be able to maximize what we can do with Olave in the slot, with Michael Thomas on the left, and with Jarvis Landry in the right than what Drew can. Now, don't get me wrong. If for whatever reason Drew Brees came back, I would be still excited. I think that Drew can't do enough to capitalize on Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave, and Michael Thomas. But Jameis, from a physical standpoint, gives us more potential just with the being able to sling that rock. Because obviously Drew Brees' arm right now is not what it was in 2011. Unless he starts taking HGH like I think Tom Brady is taking HGH. Don't quote me on that. Gotti says, no one loves Drew Brees more than me, but come on, man. It's time to let it go, Saints fans. That's what he said. It's hard, y'all. It's hard to let somebody you love so much go, man. Like, I had a hard time letting Sean Payton go until Dennis Allen said, fuck that. I mean, when Dennis Allen showed me what type of coach he was going to be with all these offseason moves that he was going for, even when he was going for Deshaun Watson, I was like, okay, I like Dennis Allen. Like, he's the type of coach that's going to go for it. He's not going to just sit back on his hands and say, yeah, I like what we have. We'll just add to the draft. Dennis Allen is like, no, I'm going to go for it. So I don't miss Sean Payton as much today as I missed him in February when he retired. Now, don't get me wrong. If Dennis Allen starts struggling as a head coach and isn't as great of a head coach as we want him to be, I'll be begging Sean Payton to come back with the quickness. Adam says Tom and Drew head to head. Yeah, I think Tom Brady and Drew Brees got a little bit of what retirement life is like with their family, and they was like, hell no, I want to get back on that field. They said they're not meant to be fathers and husbands. They're meant to be great football players. Josh, the Pals fan, 35 people in the chat, y'all. Everybody wants to know what Saints fans think about the Drew Brees news. I don't even call it news, the speculation, I guess. But if you're new to the channel, and if you're not new to the channel, hit that like button right now. Let's let the YouTube algorithm show us some love. We at 40 now, y'all. Hell yeah. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I am not your average Saints podcaster. I am not your average football YouTube guy. I do comedy skits. Like, I have fun with it. I'm one of the most unique YouTube channels you will ever meet. There's like 1 billion YouTube channels out there that talk X and O's football with you guys. We are talking X's and O's right now because I do that every now and then on my live stream. But my channel is all about fun, laughs, and entertainment. So Lord knows my mind right now, even while I do this live stream, is thinking about what kind of Drew Brees skit can I give you guys this week, even if he doesn't come back. Like, it's just such a fun topic to make fun of. So hope you guys, if you're new to the channel right now, subscribe to the channel. If not, just at least like the goddamn live stream right now. Help a brother out. Jeez. All right, we got a lot of comments. I'm trying to keep up with y'all, man. Y'all got some things y'all want to say. Masked Up Podcast says Drew is a legend, and that's what all Saints fans feel. So that's why we always give him that leeway to say if he does want to come back, we would at least entertain it. Jeremiah says, of course, hit the like button for me. I appreciate you as always, Jeremiah. Gavin says, next thing you know, Sean Payne gonna say, fuck it. Nah. We don't want Sean Payne back right now. No. Again, if Dennis Allen turns out to be complete shit, hell yeah, Sean Payne. We'll make a call. But I think Sean Payne is really gonna enjoy his offseason. And obviously, y'all know how I feel. I think he wants to go to Dallas. Or he wants to go to a team with like a young stud quarterback. Like, he's gonna see if the Chargers disappoint again. If the Chargers do disappoint and fire their head coach, he's gonna be like, hell yeah, I want to coach Justin Herbert for the next 15 years. Jaylene says Winston gets hurt too much to be reliable through a regular season. Jaylene, correct me if I'm wrong, I think last year was the first year that Jameis was hurt. And I mean, he may have had some nicks and bruises here and there, but I think last year was the first year where he was actually out for the whole season. Like, I don't think in Tampa he ever went out for the whole season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think injury prone is a good thing to give to Jameis. Now, it will be interesting, guys, to see how Jameis comes back from ACL. That's the thing, Achilles. We all just like say, oh, yeah, of course, Jameis and Michael Thomas going to come back. And I got more faith than Michael Thomas coming back at full strength because he took off a full year. You know, I always want to see how guys look when they come back from major injuries before I say, oh, you know, like we all just assuming Jameis going to come back and everything's going to be easy breezy. No pun intended. But we got to see how Jameis looks before we just think that he's going to be the Jameis that we expect. Like, Achilles injury is not a minor thing to be like, oh, yeah, he's back. You know, nothing's going to happen. ACL injury, even worse. So we got to see how Jameis looks before we just crown him as, oh, he's going to easily be this Pro Bowl, all-pro quarterback that many of us want and believe him to be. Like, an ACL is a serious injury, guys. I know we have advanced medicine. I know we see a lot of guys come back from ACL injuries like Joe Burrow did and not miss a beat, but everybody is different. I am praying that Jameis comes back full strength and better than ever, but I got to see it to believe it. That's how my stance is for every player, not just Jameis. Master Podcast says he is in for Jameis. We have Jeremiah who tells Jaden that, again, he only got hurt for one time. So what the hell are you talking about too much? You see, he's getting a little tested in here, y'all. Drew Brees done struck Saints, social media, and YouTube on fire. Jaylene says he had a few concussions in his career. Well, shit, Jaylene, every football player has concussions in their career. I mean, it's a brutal game. What up, y'all, to the godfather of the Saints YouTube community, my dog Jerry, the OG. Jerry, what do you think? And Jerry says Drew Brees not coming back. So he thinks that Drew Brees is just messing with us. It gives us great content either way, Jerry, which I love as a content creator. Adam says Drew did say he wanted his last game to be in the Superdome. Well, it was technically, Adam. It was just a loss with no fans. Vision says Daddy Brees. Whoa, what kind of relationship you and Drew got, Vision? He says Daddy Brees is coming back, and he got like the emoji. So he, I don't know. Vision, are you Brittany Brees? If you are, welcome to the channel. Dale says Drew broke my heart too many times in the playoffs these last couple of years. Yeah, it always seemed like in January Drew was running on fumes by that point of the season and just didn't have enough in the gas, which is why if he ever did come back, if he did, my two conditions will be: one, Jameis is either hurt or not playing to his capability, or two, Jameis just sucks. Like, Jameis isn't playing well and we need the help. Shout out to my man Last Saint for the super donation. I wish I had a sound effect. I need to like add more to my repertoire for whenever I get a sound effect. Last Saint, y'all show Last Saint some love. And as for him, subscribe to his channel too. And Last Saint has a very interesting comment, and we are going to leave it up because he gave it a super chat. If you want your comment, if you have that strong of an opinion and you want your comment to stay up, leave a super chat, and I will leave that bad boy up for as long as possible. And that is the Last Saint. My dog Tyrese says the Drew Brees meat riders are in the building with the sirens and the laughing emoji. So if y'all don't know the Last Saint, he's been off the Drew Brees bandwagon for now. But let's play the sound effect. So that's what Last Saint is saying, is that we got the Drew Brees meat riders in here. We got the Drew Brees meat riders in here. Last Saint, am a proud Drew Brees meat rider. That man did so much for my team. You're damn right. I am a proud. Drew Brees can do no wrong in my eyes. The only time Drew Brees did something wrong was when he made that stupid interview with Yahoo Finance about the kneeling for the anthem. That's the only time I was like, let's everybody give Drew Brees some flack for that. He deserves it. He needs to learn. But other than that, Drew Brees is near perfect in my eye. So again, he's the only player, even more than Sean Payne, where if he's like, hey, I might want to come back, I'm like, well, shit, what you got? Like, I'm willing to listen because I love that man so much as many Saints fans. But, for real, gun to my head, I think Jameis should be the starting quarterback. Like, I want Jameis to succeed. I want Jameis to be our quarterback for the next 10 years. So don't get my excitement and curiosity about Drew Brees coming back as me saying, let's throw Jameis to the side. This is Jameis Winston's team. I do think Drew Brees knows that, but I do think that competitiveness is going to make Drew at least scratch his chin hair a little bit. Because again, y'all, we got a good team. And the NFC is weak, y'all. The NFC is weak. I admittedly panicked a little bit when Sean Payton retired, and I was like, look, y'all, this is probably going to be a tough upcoming season for us. You don't lose Hall of Fame quarterbacks and coaches and think everything's going to be hokey-dory. But that was before I saw how aggressive Dennis Allen would be in free agency, and that was before I saw how bad the NFC was going to get this offseason. I mean, a lot of teams took a step back. A lot of teams. Tampa took a step back until Tom Brady came back. So now you can argue they're probably the first or second best team in the league. And the NFC, of course. The Rams are still good. The Packers, yes and no. Rodgers is back, but Devontae Adams is gone. So are they better? Are they worse? And then after that, who really else can scare you? Maybe the 49ers, right? The Cowboys got worse, in my opinion, this offseason. The Eagles got a little bit better, but I think roster to roster, we're better than them. Now, granted, the Eagles own us for whatever reason. For some reason, as great as our defense is, Jalen Hurts is the kryptonite to that goddamn defense, but the NFC is wide open. And I am of the opinion that as long as we get in that motherfucker in January, motherfucker be in the playoffs, as long as we get in it, I don't care if we're the number one seed. I don't care about home field advantage. I don't care about winning the NFC South. None of that matters to me. I just want to be in because I would take our defense up against any of them fucking offenses come January. So just get in. So we got to struggle our way to 10-7. It don't got to be no 2018, 2009 dominant 13-3 type season. I just want to get in. And then let's get hot in January. Let's be healthy. That's the key thing. Let's be healthy. Let's have all our soldiers ready in January so we can bust some ass in the playoffs. Because boy, y'all see my wife making a cameo. Hi. You put I bet you everybody in the comments gonna be like, well, shit, nah, fuck that, John. I'm very close to back off. You see a strong defense in January is a lot more desirable, right, than a strong offense. Look what the 49ers did to the Packers. So let's just get in. Dale Gordon says to stop hating on Jameis. I really hope Dale is talking to the chat room and not to me, because I'm not hating on Jameis. I don't think I hated on Jameis at once in this live stream. I love Jameis. I love Jameis a lot, so I am not hating on Jameis. Again, do not confuse my excitement and curiosity about Drew Brees possibly retiring with excuse me, y'all still coming down from a cold, with hate non-belief in Jameis. I'll say this though. I give Saints fans this, boy. I hope the Saints sign me one day to a one-day contract because no fan base protects their players more than Saints players. Good Lord have mercy. Again, fandom is a funny thing because we are hypocritical as hell. Because every Saints fan on the planet, and I dare somebody to disagree, was clowning Jameis Winston from 2016 to 2020. Every Saints fan was clowning that man. That was one of my first skits that actually blew up. I did a skit about how Saints fans treat Jameis when he was with Tampa compared to how Saints fans treat Jameis now that he's a Saint. And now that he is wearing black and gold ball, you can't tell some fans shit about Jameis. You even suggest, I got to see what Jameis does on the field. Fans get mad. What you mean you got to see what Jameis does on the field? Have you not seen his career already? Yeah, I have seen his career. He has 0 playoff games. He has, I think, only 1 Pro Bowl as an alternate at that. Like, I love Jameis. I believe in Jameis. I want Jameis to be that guy. He has to show it on the field. I'm not going to crown a man already just because he was black and gold. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and act like I didn't think he was a bust in Tampa just for him to come to the Saints and be like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe it wasn't his fault. It was just Tampa Bay's fault. Like, no, we are all, as fans, hypocrites. Jameis has a lot of potential. Jameis was on his way to looking like having a hell of a season last year. We were all excited. It sucks that man had to have the ACL injury happen when it happened, but he has to still prove it. Like, he is in year 7, year 8. Many quarterbacks don't get this many chances. That the NFL stands for not for long, guys. Remember that. And teams and staffs are quick to throw a quarterback to the bushes if they don't think that the guy has it. So Jameis, technically, you could say is like on chance number 3. Because he had multiple chances with Tampa. We gave him a chance in 2021. And now, because again, y'all, all the Jameis people who love him so much, remember, you can take it out on like the people who don't like Jameis or the people who don't believe in Jameis hardcore, but our own staff didn't believe in Jameis this offseason. Why the hell would we go after Deshaun Watson so much if we believed in Jameis Winston like that? It feels like that's like the pink elephant in the room that Saints fans are ignoring. Like, we went after Deshaun Watson, a man who has like 32 sexual assault cases while Jameis was right there waiting for us. And we got lucky that no other team made an offer to Jameis, that Jameis came back to us. But Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis showed y'all earlier in this offseason what they thought about Jameis. Jameis was plan B. Jameis was plan B. Do not be in denial. Jameis Winston was plan B for Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis. So let's not act like everybody, like we all, like if the two main people in the Saints organization right now don't view Jameis that way, y'all cannot get mad when Saints fans in general or certain Saints fans don't think that Jameis is a guaranteed elite quarterback of the future. Because even apparently Mickey Loomis and Dennis Allen also have to believe like we got to see it too. Now give credit to Mickey Loomis, give credit to Dennis Allen. When Deshaun Watson chose the Cleveland Browns over us and the Falcons, they went back to Jameis and said, look, no hard feelings. We're going to bring you back if you want to come back. And not only that, we're going to load you up with some talent so you can prove to us that you are that guy. But he has to prove it, guys. We keep giving him excuses. We keep saying what he can be. NFL is not about what you can be. I can be a millionaire, but I'm not. So I get a little passionate about that. Like, I love Jameis, but it feels like the second somebody suggests that maybe Jameis ain't going to be as great as we want him to be, people get offended. Like, y'all, your head coach and your general manager showed y'all in March that they wanted another quarterback over Jameis. So why are y'all still like in denial that y'all think that Jameis is like a solidified statue that's the great Saints quarterback of the future? He's not. And if he was, we wouldn't have signed him to a 2-year deal. We would have signed him to like a 7-year deal. So this is damn near a prove it year. So not only does Jameis have to prove it to somebody like me, and I'm low on the totem pole, obviously, he has to prove it to Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis. And that doesn't mean that nobody wants him not to be successful. We all want Jameis to be successful. If Jameis is successful, the Saints fucking franchise for the next 10 years is going to be in great, great shape. And Jameis is a damn good person off the field. A damn good person. Like, he won me over just with all the things that he does off the field. But you don't win games by being a great person off the field. Excuse the cough. So I'm cheering for Jameis. If anybody in this chat, or if anybody always, for some reason, it feels like I have the stigma as John O'Bones doesn't believe in Jameis Winston. Hell no, I love Jameis. Jameis is hilarious. I'm a Saints jokester. Like, Jameis is the guy I need to be my quarterback because he gives me material every goddamn day. He did the interview for the schedule release and he went viral for how he was talking about his passion for football or whatever. Like, Jameis is a content creator's dream. I want Jameis to be successful. But I'm also a fan and I want to win games too, and I need to see it before I just crown somebody like that. So I don't want this little stigma of everybody saying, no, you don't believe in Jameis. Lay off of Jameis back. Like, show me then. Have him show me. Damn. Boy, y'all would swear that Jameis gave y'all $1 million sometimes. You can't say the slightest criticism about Jameis without some of y'all getting a little offended. Like, yes, we all want our Saints players to be great. But shit, we got to be honest with ourselves sometimes. That's all I'm saying. I'm cheering for Jameis. I believe in Jameis. I think Jameis is going to tear it up this year. I'm interested to see how Jameis looks without Sean Payton, but I believe in Jameis. All right? So, yes, I want Jameis Winston to be the MVP. Yes, Jerry, I want Jameis Winston to be QB1. But we got to see it, guys. We got to see it. We can't put on our Saints rose glasses and be like, thou shall not mention any type of negative criticism about Jameis Winston. No. You can be an honest fan and still want the best for that player. All right? If y'all feel me, let me know in the chat. If y'all still disagree with me, tell me where y'all think I'm wrong at. It's all in love, though. Like, again, y'all, I love Jameis. And I love y'all. I'm sorry, that comment kind of set me off. Because I was like, wait, is he talking to somebody else in the chat? Or is he telling me I'm a Jameis hater because I got a little bit excited about this Drew Brees news? All right, so if you're new, if you're loyal to the channel, you see a familiar name. His name is Evan Barnes, and he says, keep Drew Brees' ass home, his old ass home. Evan, you need to worry about your goddamn dad as Cowboys before you come in the Saint chat talking shit. I'm tired of Evan with that. And I swear, for a guy who claims he doesn't like the Saints, he shows on every live stream, every time something happens with the Saints, Evan is talking about it. So are you really a low-key Saints fan, Evan? Oh, I see. So we got some fans going back and forth in the chat against each other. Like Mr. Back to Black and Gold says that he's talking about the last Saint here, y'all. He's calling the last Saint a Taysom Hill rider. I'm trying to catch up with these comments, y'all. We got a lot of people in the chat, which I appreciate. Hit the like and subscribe button. But it's kind of hard. I can imagine a day, hopefully, fingers crossed, when I get like 1,000 people. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do like monitor the live chat. I'm gonna need dog Ziggy to come and be a moderator all the time. I'm gonna have to hire him. Like, I'm gonna have to pay my friend to be a moderator because it's tough. But I love the passion you guys have. Best fan base in the goddamn world. Who that nation? If you're not a Saints fan and you are in this chat by whatever reason, hey, welcome to right now currently the best damn fan base in the world. Jeremiah says, sign Drew Brees to a one-day contract and have him kneel in the final snap of the Bucs game. Well, how about this, Jeremiah? What if we do like we did with Deuce and we bring Drew to the playoff game and just have him like on an inactive list, but he could be on the sideline, and if we go on a Super Bowl run, he could be a part of it, right? So he could be a 2-time Super Bowl champ. I'm all for it. Adam says in the 2023 draft, the New Orleans Saints select John Barnes as head coach. Y'all don't want me as a head coach. Well, every play gonna be a vertical. Go long, motherfucker. Just go long. Somebody catch that bitch. Higasha. Hope I'm saying your name right, Higasha. Welcome to the channel, because I damn sure haven't seen you before. Because I just botched the hell out of your name, I'm sure. He says that people forget that Drew Brees is younger than Tom Brady and had a year to rest from his injuries. Weapons like this can make us go for a run, and the teams all love Drew. I agree. Now, I also think that the team can go on a run with Jameis, too. So, and again, y'all, Jameis is my number one preference, but, I can't be mad if people have nostalgia over Drew Brees and think that Drew Brees, even at this point of his career, is better at maybe getting us to the big game than Jameis can. My girl, Tidra Covington, says that it's still Jameis Winston time. I think a lot of people agree with you, Tidra, or Tedra. I hope I'm saying y'all names right. I barely say my wife's name right most of the time. So y'all show some love to my wife, Clarissa. Clarissa, let me get some men in the chat. No, man, come show your face, man. Like, every time Clarissa comes in the chat, the numbers go up, man. Damn. I don't know why she never wants to be on camera. Like, she's a pretty girl. So what up, Dana? I see you, Dana. I know I'm probably way behind the chat. Like, I'm looking at chats from 12 minutes ago, but I want to make sure everybody who's letting their voice be heard get they saying. Master Podcast is talking to Jerry, the OG, the godfather of the Saints community. And he says, Jerry, don't act like you're not excited about a Brees comeback. Honey Badger, y'all is a Rams fan. He loves coming in this chat to troll. As a fellow YouTube troll himself to Bucks fans and Falcons fans and Panthers fans, I respect it. He says the Saints took 4 steps back. Master Podcast is predicting that Jameis Winston is going to go for 5,700 yards this season. I would love that. Also, update, y'all. The Suns are definitely going to lose this game. I guess Dallas can thank the Pelicans for showing the flaws in the Phoenix Suns system, because, wow, I am shocked at how bad Phoenix is losing. Man, shout out to my dog, Mr. Orange. I feel real bad for him. Y'all seen some of the videos if you're a subscriber to the channel. We had a lot of fun doing the Saints Pelicans series, and I really wanted him to experience an NBA Finals. But I don't know, man. It feels like sometimes certain just franchises are cursed, and it feels like the Suns are one of those franchises. Lord knows the Saints are one of those franchises, y'all. We always find a way to get our hearts broken in crazy ways. Gotti says, why are we assuming Drew Brees thinks about the Saints? I'll just tell you why I got it, because right before this tweet that I've had up for the whole show, he had this tweet / Instagram post where he says, wow, the signing of Jose Landry and Tyrann Mathieu has me excited and wants to come back and play again. Great additions and great leaders. So I imagine if the follow-up tweet to that was about coming back, you would think it's about the Saints, right? Like, I don't think he's coming back to want to play for the Seahawks. I think he wants to play for the team that he is a solidified greatest of all time in. But again, my prediction is if he does come back, like, I do think that Drew is kind of being silly right now and just doing this, like making me do a live stream. Like, he knew what he was doing with a tweet like that. I don't think he's going to come back until like November. He's not trying to play 17 games. He'll probably only want to play like half a season. And he's going to monitor the landscape of the NFL, see what teams are serious, see if the Saints are serious. It's one thing to be good on paper, but you got to do it on the field. And then he'll say, okay, let's see how interested insert team here is in my comeback. If we are good and it's because Jameis is having a hell of a season, Drew ain't going to come back. And if he does, he won't come back to the Saints. He'll be like, I'm not touching that. Like, Jameis is doing something too special. I'm not going to mess up the chemistry over there. Now, if we are doing good, but it's like 2000, and let's see if everybody remembers that. We're going to see how old some people are. 2006 Chicago Bears, the team that we lost to an NFC Championship game. when Rex Grossman was the quarterback, but he was kind of just along for the ride. He was a detriment to the team more than he was actually helping them. Like if Jameis Winston is playing that role, then yeah, I'm sure the team is going to call Drew and say, "Yo, we got a good team. Jameis isn't the reason why we have a good team. Though we need you to come in and put us over that edge." Now I don't think Jameis is going to be that bad. I'm just trying to give a very extreme example. What up, Dana? Welcome to the chat. Dana, I always appreciate the love you show me and Hoodie and all the Saints podcasters on here and on YouTube, Dana. So who that, Dana? Dana, what you thinking about the news, Dana? Would you want Drew or Jameis, Dana? We just having fun. We taking Drew's tweet and we having fun with it. It's a Sunday night. We all got work tomorrow. We don't want to think about going back to work tomorrow. So we all just having fun with the Drew Brees lighting the match and striking a fire on Saints community. Picking and Flicking. What up, Picking and Flicking? He says maybe Drew was talking about that fan control league. I don't think Drew Brees is going to put his standards down to that. What a disappointing game 7 today, huh, y'all? 2 blowouts. I'm glad to schedule my day around both of those game 7s. Jarvis says, bro, no, let Jameis ride. I agree. I'm Team Jameis. I hope y'all don't think that I'm not Team Jameis. I'm Team Jameis. But I'm not going to act like if Drew comes back, I'm not going to be excited. And I'm going to always rep Drew. I'm going to always rep Drew for everything he did for us. Josh, the Pels fan, said he wasn't clowning Jameis. Last Saints saying he wasn't clowning Jameis. So, again, we have some internal dialogue from fans in the chat of, Jameis fans are very passionate, just like Saints fans are very passionate. Office says that Sean Payton is coming back. Yeah, he's coming back to the Cowboys. Kill Your Dig says, you think he's really going to come back? I only do if it's in the late stages of the season. I don't think he's coming back like for training camp. Hell no, Drew ain't trying to do no damn training camp. The last Saints says the Saints have a cultist fan base. I think that's true for every fan base. Like every fan base has, like we're not special in that regard. Like every fan base has like those passionate cult-like people who feel like their team can do no wrong. So it's not an insult necessarily. When I'm serious, I feel like I'm a logical fan. But obviously, you won't be able to tell that from my YouTube with just me being a funny guy. Well, I think I'm funny. I got 3,000 people right now who think I'm funny, so I appreciate that. If you're not one of those 3,000 subscribers, what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now and hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Let's get this channel to places we've never seen before. Back to Black and Gold says, not this Saints fan. He's talking about himself. I wanted him here the whole time. LOL. I even caught it before he got signed here and got clowned for it. He is talking about Jameis Winston. So apparently there is a 1% of Saints fans who always believed in Jameis, even when he was wearing red and pewter or whatever the hell the Bucs colors are. It's stupid anyway. Jarvis says because Jameis is physically better than Drew right now. Absolutely. Dana says the only way Sean Payton comes back is to give us those goddamn draft picks, which, yeah, if Sean Payton is going to come back, he better come back in the next 2 years. He better not wait till like 2025 when our draft picks are voided for that. Hell no, Sean. You come back, motherfucker, come back next year and go live out your dream of being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, which will make the games lit, right? The game's already lit between the Saints and the Cowboys. But imagine Dennis Allen versus Sean Payton. Oh, that would be great. Boy, there's going to be some fights in that stadium, whatever stadium it's in. Back to Black and Gold says, I say they were trying to get Atlanta to do everything. Well, the Sean Watson thing turned out to be a best case scenario. Like, I was like, shit, I want Watson, but I also don't want Atlanta to get him because I feel like Deshaun Watson forever, however you feel about him and what he's going to do off the field, he's a damn good quarterback. Like, he's a damn good top 5 quarterback, in my opinion. So he would have went to the Falcons. I would be like, shit, man, now we got to deal with his ass for the next 10, 15 years. So I'm glad that he wound up, leaving the Falcons at the altar because all signs pointed to him going to the Falcons when the Browns panicked and gave that boy, I think it was $140 million or whatever guaranteed, which was crazy for a guy with like 50 sexual assault charges, but desperate teams do desperate things. Josh, the Pels fan, kind of has the same mind frame as me, that Jameis got to prove himself. It was a small sample size. We love Jameis, but he has to prove himself. That's all we're saying. We're not saying we don't believe in Jameis. We're not saying that we think that Jameis is a bust. He has to prove himself, just like every fucking NFL player has to prove themselves. Cash Black, what up, Cash Black? Cash Black says, sorry, James, but if Drew does want to come back, he is all for Drew Brees. It's going to be the great divide. If Drew Brees is serious about this, and Lord knows we're going to get the NFL insiders reporting on this in the next week about how serious Drew Brees is about it, it's going to cause a great divide between Jameis fans and Drew Brees fans. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be great for my channel, like to see all the passionate fans about it. I want to show you guys, if I can, Can a tweet just now. I'm gonna go on Twitter right quick and show y'all from Cam Jordan, and he says this is gonna get a lot of Saints fans excited. Yep, okay. NFT profiles, we get it. The Saints are Arizona bound, February 2023. He's gonna say it now. Now we all know Cam is a eternal optimist, and I love it. Now, usually Cam has an egg on his face. He's always wrong with his predictions, but this is the great thing about it. The Saints is that obviously the mind frame within the team and the staff is that we coming for that Super Bowl. Like they truly believe that this is a Super Bowl team. They don't care about the words rebuilding. They don't care about the words retooling. They are coming for it. They are coming for the Super Bowl. They believe that they can compete, and that's all you can ask for as a fan. So, God, I'm gonna be honest. I think I have more faith in 2022 about the Saints being a Super Bowl team than I did in 2021. And at least we still have Sean Payne in 2021, right? But I feel like I just have more faith that we can possibly. I'm not saying we're the favorites. I'm not saying we will do it, but I have more faith in us going to the Super Bowl this year than I did last year. So what y'all think about Cam Jones' tweet? Calvin says Drew should go play for the New Orleans Breakers and sit his old ass down somewhere. The Breakers have lost 3 straight, so maybe we do need Drew Brees to come. Big Smokey says Drew can come in and be the backup. I wouldn't be opposed to that, just so he could be alone for the ride, right? Like if this winds up being a special season, I would love for Drew to have some type of involvement in it. KB says, who that? What up, K? Welcome to the channel. DGX, man, you guys are letting y'all voices heard. I am like so behind. Like my stream just live refreshed and I'm like so behind on the chat. 50 people right now, y'all. This is awesome. I love each and every one of you guys. I really do. I really love each and every one of you guys. Subscribe to the channel, goddammit, if you want to laugh. Of course, it took only 42 minutes for somebody to say F my cousin Evan Barnes. The last thing he says, Evan is a professional troll. He learns from the master. Tyrese. My cousin Evan learns from the master. My cousin Evan, they always Saints Cowboys fans, so we usually give him a hard time when he joins the channel. Divine says, why doesn't he be our QB coach? That would be perfect. I said this earlier in the live stream, Divine. Drew Brees is not coming back to coach no goddamn quarterbacks. Like, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. His ego is too damn big to be like, I'm going to come back and coach a positional spot of the team. If Drew Brees ever wants to coach, he's going to go right to the front of the line to be an offensive coordinator, assistant head coach, or the head coach himself. He's not coming in. He's not one of those guys that has to earn his stripes, you know? Some people have resumes good enough that you don't have to do the old ye fashion, start off as a positional coach and work your way to the top. Now, some people get that, you know, if you've ever been to Disney World, the express pass, you go right to the front. Drew Brees, Tom Brady, if he wanted to coach, Aaron Rodgers, if he decides he wants to coach, they go right to the front of the line. They don't do no damn quarterback coach positions. They do, motherfucker, I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm the head coach. So if Drew Brees ever did want to become a coach, I guarantee you guys, he is not coming to the NFL to be a quarterback coach. He's going straight to the front of the line. Yes, it would be great. Like, oh, yeah, Drew could be our quarterback coach. But Drew going to be like, really? Y'all got me fucked up. Teacher says she loves Jameis. Man, I'm so mad at the Saints. Why did they pick this week to, like, do all these news? Like, I have a bad cold, guys. And the Saints, like, picked this week to drop news bomb after news bomb. So, like, I should have been resting this whole week. This should have been a quiet week, right? It's like, it's the middle of May. Like, a quiet time as a Saints fan. And the Saints are like, we signed Jarvis Landry. Drew Brees might want to, like, come on, y'all. I got a bad cold. I haven't fully recovered. I'm trying to do all these damn live streams with a goddamn cold. Wait till I'm healthy, Drew. Wait till I'm healthy, Jarvis. Sheesh. Y'all can't wait till next week for this? The Grain Train. I like that name. Grain Train. It sounds healthy, too. Have you had your Grain Train yet? He says, yeah, y'all should have heard my dog just now. She went, huh? She always makes that noise when I make a lame joke. The Grain Train says, yes, I agree. Brees would be a perfect quarterback coach, but y'all, Drew Brees is not coming back to be no goddamn quarterback coach. Vernon says, what up, Jono and the family? What up, Vernon? Clarissa is waving. Say hi, too. Mikey says, the Suns are garbage. I think the Suns' best case was last year, and they might have, you know, they call it the hypothetical, the window closed. Their window might be closed because Chris Paul ain't getting any younger. Vernon says he does not see Drew Brees coming back. Ian says he wants to know where the Suns championship shirts are at. Timothy says Drew Brees is great, hands down. Player champ, aka Trevi Trav. Sounds like a DJ. Hey, y'all, it's DJ Player Champ, aka Trevi Trav. He says he probably will come back on the coaching staff. So a lot of y'all think that he's going to come back as a coach. Maybe I would take it, but he's not going to be the quarterback coach. He's going to be like the lead offensive assistant or something. Timothy says Drew Brees for one more Super Bowl. I think we all can get down with that if it's in the black and gold. Saints fan says Brees can't throw. But that's why you're wrong. Brees can throw. He just can't throw as far as he used to. He can still throw, though. Now, if you go and tell Drew Brees to go outside right now and tell him to throw it 50 yards, he can throw 50 yards. But it's a difference between throwing it with no pressure on you and throwing it with Vita Vea coming at you, you know? Especially after weeks of wear and tear. Like, Drew Brees hasn't played in a year, so you take Drew Brees outside right now, he could probably sling that motherfucker. But you let Drew Brees play 8 weeks of football, yeah, that he's 40. He's 50 years old?
Who?
Drew.
He's not 50.
I'm sorry. He's like 41 or 42 or whatever. My wife is a great production assistant, y'all. Y'all see how she yells at me? Like, shut the hell up. Jeremiah says the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson tweet. All right, let's see what Chauncey Gardner-Johnson said. Wait, I hope this is getting a little tricky. Now you don't wanna make Jameis mad now, CD Deuce. All right, I think he deleted the tweet because all I see is him retweeting Cam, and he's talking about the Suns game. So I don't think if he did tweet anything, I don't see it, y'all. And he just, he's being Chauncey. He's tweeting the tweet. I don't see anything about anything funny or anything that's like noteworthy that's Chauncey tweeted. If he did tweet about Drew coming back and want him to, he probably deleted that because he knows, like, oh shit, I don't want to make Jameis mad. Like, we got to show that we believe in Jameis, right? Honey Badger says, I have a question, y'all. Like, how are you gonna call yourself Honey Badger and be a known Saints troll? Like, huh? That's like calling yourself King Guard Mike and hating the Saints. Like, you gotta change your name. If you're a Rams fan, call yourself Rams House or something. You can't be Honey Badger and hate on the Saints. YT Sweatpiece CTR says bring back Brees. Rock's Kitchen. Rocks, are you a kitchen? I'm hungry. He says leave Mr. Noodle Arm alone. Player Champ, aka Trevi Trav, says looks like I gotta watch you and TJ at the same time. I ain't gonna go to TJ. I know TJ is like solidified. Like, he's a 100% Saints streamer. Like, I know I'm not a Saints streamer. I do it especially so I can talk to you guys, but streaming and live podcast isn't my thing. Like, I try to bring you guys content as far as skits, something different, So TJ's on right now. Y'all can go to TJ. I know he is a much more professional and obviously, I ain't gonna say better because I'm the man, but he has a great podcast. So y'all definitely can go on his if y'all want to. I mean, I got 50 people in here, y'all. I got 50 people. That's pretty damn good for the John Boss channel. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Let's run these numbers up. I'm poor. If you want to send me money, you can hit the super chat, and I would really appreciate that. Any money that I get, I said earlier, like 2 weeks ago, that I get from my live stream with the chats, I would just bulk it all up, and I'll go to Tampa or Atlanta for you guys and live stream and talk a lot of shit. Like, I'll vlog it for you guys. Like, I'll make that money investment for you guys so you could get some amazing content out of it. So, so if you do donate, whether it be in the link below or the super chat, just know like your money is going to future great Saints content.
By the way, I told you Dallas was going to win.
Shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. They win 123-90. About to have a fight. That usually happens when the losing team is pissed off. I would be pissed off too, man. You work all that hard for the season and to lose it like that. Is it Boban? Are they gonna fight Boban? Boban, he ready to snatch somebody's head off.
He ready to
There ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Dana says, I would love nothing more to see Brees retire with a Super Bowl, but I believe Jameis has earned the starting QB job and deserves a fair shot just as well. I agree, Dana. I agree. I think we all deep down agree with that. Cash Black says, this is New Orleans, a civil war between the Drew Brees fans and the Jameis fans. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we're all Saints fans, and that's not going to get lost on anybody. We are Saints fans. We want the best for our team, whoever it is. It could be me at quarterback, and you guys wouldn't care as long as we win it. What up, Mr. Who That? Who That says? So here's why, guys. I get this a lot. Why don't you block trolls? I just don't care. Like one, Honey Badger, I think is doing it in good faith. Like he's just doing it to be silly, which is fine. And it brings good engagement. Like sometimes you need a troll to talk shit to. That's why I bring Evan Bones on my channel. Like it doesn't bother me. As long as it's not personal or racist or homophobic or anything like that, I don't mind, fans coming on talking trash. I've been doing this YouTube / social media content stuff for a year. I get trolled a lot sometimes. I get people making fun of how I look, how I sound, calling me not funny. I got this one guy on Twitter who apparently hates my guts and literally responds to every content skit that I do, talking shit about me, and I just don't care. I just don't care. Like, who am I going to put my concentration on? The people who are showing me love or people at the bottom who are talking shit? I'm trying to, y'all get the love. People who show me love. I hate when celebrities do that. Like, you get to post a picture and you get 50,000 comments. You're the GOAT. You're the greatest. You're awesome. You look amazing. You get that one fucking troll who says, "Oh, you look fat. You look horrible." And guess which one the celebrity's going to highlight and give their attention to? And I'm like, why would you give that troll attention when you got all your fans, the ones who are giving you the money in your pocket, the ones who are showing you love, the ones who are the reason why you have this platform? Why are you not giving them the attention? I know as human beings, we are inclined to want to, react more to negativity than positivity. But I just don't care. Like, so Honey Badger, I know is trolling. I think he's doing it in good faith, so I don't mind. I find it entertaining, y'all. Y'all see my videos. I troll. I do it in good faith. I do it in entertainment, but I troll too. Like, if you're doing it in good faith, it's football, y'all. It's entertainment. Like, go ahead, talk shit. Call us the Aints. Call us old man Drew. Like, it's football. It's all in fun. Like, there's way more serious things in life to worry about than, trash talking football. I mean, obviously, I feel bad because obviously y'all have seen the news, obviously, with the mass shootings we had. Like, that's real life shit. Like, that shit that really matters. Not this goddamn game of football and then Drew Brees is coming back. So I welcome trolls on my channel as long as it's like fun and respectful trash talk. I would be the biggest hypocrite in the world if I make all these videos where I make fun of the Bucks fans. Y'all seen the videos. If you haven't, y'all should definitely just search John Bones Bucks. Like, it'll come up right away. Like, I go at Bucks fans and Falcons fans a lot. Like, it's hard and fun, but I go at them a lot. So why would I then get mad if somebody comes on my live stream or comes in my videos and talks shit to me or whatever? Like, I'm opening myself up to it. And it's fine. Because it all comes down to the games anyway, right? And we beat the Falcons last year and we beat the Bucks last year. So that makes it all worth it when we can say how y'all like us now. So you will have to do something real racist or homophobe or personal on my channel to get blocked. I welcome all fans. I welcome all trash talk. It's all fun. So that's why I have Honey Badger on. As you see, he even said he's just playing. Like, it's fun, y'all. It's all in fun. I promise y'all. I know that it can be annoying for some fans. Some fans don't like the trolling aspect of it. But there's a difference for me between like a fun troll, like a guy who's just having fun, chopping out what's the saying? Chopping your buttons, chopping your chaps. I don't know. You supposed to be my production assistant, Clarissa.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
There's a difference with busting your chaps. She's a great production assistant, y'all. There's a difference between busting your chops and like being a annoying, personal, racist troll. Honey Badger's just having fun with us, y'all, and show him love. Trash talking back. We Saints fans. Trash talk that motherfucker back. Come on, huh? What up, Rudy? I'm not mad at Dallas one. I mean, Phoenix was being a little extra doing our series, so it'll be interesting though. Phoenix versus Golden State. I mean, Dallas versus Golden State. I know Evan, boy. We bring Evan on the show. He would talk so much shit right now. I'm wondering why he didn't want to come on the show. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a personal thing that my cousin had a bike accident, so that's why he isn't responding to my text. I'm gonna show Clarissa right quick. Dwayne had a bike accident. She don't even hear me. All right. Dwayne was in an accident on his bike.
Oh, is he okay?
That's what apparently. So he should be good. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Ryan's Kitchen said if we can cap the same energy on defense. By the way, y'all, that's why I do not like people who ride motorbikes. I just feel like that shit, the drill is not worth the accident. So y'all say a prayer for my cousin. I just got a text that he was in an accident, but he seems to be doing okay. I'm just glad that he's they rushed him to the hospital. So all right, so we if it gets crazy, I'll have to log off obviously, but hopefully y'all say a prayer for my cousin. Last Saint says me and Hoodie have a similar accent. Are we from the same region? I'm born and raised. Well, right now my accent is probably even stronger because my nose keeps getting stuffed up because I'm having a bad cold. But I'm from New Orleans East. I think Hoodie is from like the deep south region of New Orleans / Louisiana. So I don't know. I think me and Hoodie do not have the same accent though. His is a lot thicker than mine. His is a lot more. I always joke about it, like the Water Boy. Where mine is a little more. I don't know. Like you can really hear it right now, obviously, because my allergies. But he by the way, we New Orleans true and true. I'm from New Orleans East, y'all. If y'all from New Orleans, thanks for the prayers, guys. I'm from New Orleans East, so I so I have the New Orleans accent, but I don't think it's like one of those Cajun accents that you see on Duck Dynasty or whatever. All right, let's catch up with the comments. Devin says, "This shit more than the game, man. You damn right it is. Drew Brees can be tweeting like that. This shit way more than the game." Again, guys, appreciate the prayers from my cousin. Y'all be safe when y'all riding them bikes, man. It takes one person on a car not looking for something crazy to happen. All things considered, I think he's okay going by these texts right now, but I'm just going to have to kind of monitor it while I do this. Jeremiah, all right, so can you tell me what the Chauncey said in his deleted tweet? I'm assuming he tweeted about Drew Brees. So what did he say? Thank you for staying here. I mean, look, y'all. I'm not like a standard Saints podcaster. My channel is not a podcasting stream. So whenever I get more than 20 people, I get really excited. So I had 50 people at one point. I got 35 right now. I'm mad excited about that, and I appreciate all of you guys. Tech Hollywood. All right, what you're asking about? You're asking about the Drew. This is what the channel is. This live stream is about right now. Drew Brees tweeted, if you see on the screen, about possibly coming back. Now, obviously, he could have been playing tongue-in-cheek, but I thought this would be a fun what if discussion anyway. So, like Devin says, Drew might be trying to finesse the system, which more power to him. Like, I don't think Drew is coming back, but if he does, it'll probably be like in November or December. So we'll see. We'll see. But we're as a Who Dat community, we're discussing, right now if it's serious or not. Now, Calais, I hope you saw my skit from last week called Parking in New Orleans, where I do an Easter egg for the New Orleans residents when I was acting like I was talking on the cell phone to the cops, and I was like, I'm on the corner of Bullard and Haynes. And yes, we New Orleans people say Haynes, even though the street is technically Hain, but we call it Haynes. I guess because of the underwear. I don't know. But yeah, you definitely from New Orleans East, Khalees. I don't even think it's New Orleans. I think it's just New Orleans in general. If you're from New Orleans, you call that motherfucker Haynes. So go on my YouTube and look at the video. I think I titled it on YouTube. Like, this is how fast you can get carjacked these days. And you'll see I kind of do an Easter egg out for New Orleans viewers about the Haynes, how we call it Haynes. Tech Hollywood says, if Drew's thinking about football, that's something. I mean, hey, man, some people, it's just ingrained in their blood that they want to be, football players. And you have such a glorified Hollywood great career as a football player that it's hard to leave, man. Like, when you breed football, when it's all you know, that's hard to leave. And I think every player struggles with that. So I think Drew is always going to have that bug about wanting to come back, but it has to make sense, right? Like, he just, like, he has to be at his physical peak, not peak, but he has to be as great physically as he can, and he has to, I don't want to say not be a distraction, but I don't know. So again, my prediction would be like, if there's a world we live in that Drew Brees comes back for the New Orleans Saints in 2022, either two things happen. One, Jameis got hurt again. Knock on wood that doesn't happen. Two, the Saints are really good and Jameis is not really good. AKA when the Chicago Bears in 2006 were really good, but Rex Grossman was not that good. But they were just like, letting Rex Grossman be alone for the ride. Like, if we're winning games despite of Jameis' performance, then I can see Drew Brees saying, let me come in and be the X factor to get you guys over the hump. So So it was a great live stream today, though, guys. I mean, we have 50 people. Oh, I don't want to go on too long. I definitely don't want to go on too long. I mean, I know they probably got some other people. I appreciate that, Khalees. Yeah, I think that was a very creative skit that I did. So I don't just do like Saints skits, guys. I try to. I'm not trying to just be bottled up into being a Saints content creator. I want to do more as well. Like I want to be best case scenario, like not just a New Orleans audience, even though I love you guys in New Orleans, obviously, but a worldwide audience that all my content resonates with everybody, not just Saints fans. But obviously, one of my passions was the New Orleans Saints, so it was always going to be Saints content no matter what. And there's always going to be New Orleans content, but I'm also going to do content that's like not New Orleans and not Saints related sometimes. Like I want to, just try to be funny for everybody. Last Saint says he's from the West Bank. But he hasn't been in New Orleans so long that he fell in love with the lady's accent. He's just 22. You got a long way to go, too, Last Saint. You got a long way to go. Ian says, even if you didn't know you were in East in that video, the background just screamed. That's in East. I'm so glad I got like so many New Orleans residents that picked up on that. Now, that was a video that was only going to probably resonate. I mean, I got some good views on it, but I guess the title that I did was kind of clickbaitish. But that was a video that I made specifically like for my New Orleans audience. And there's always going to be videos where it's probably going to be just something that only the New Orleans subscribers of John Bones, which I'm sure is like maybe 90% of my audience is going to get. But there's going to be times where I just do like general skits as well that isn't just centered around the Saints, the Pelicans, or the city of New Orleans. But I'm glad y'all like that skit. I have another one coming out this week. I was going to do one about the Jarvis Landry signing, but now I'm thinking I might want to do one about the Drew Brees thing, just because even if he's joking or not, like even if this is some part of a campaign that he's doing for one of his products that he's just trying to like beef up interest in, it's still fun to poke fun at. So Mikey says we better win a Super Bowl. I think we all have that feeling every single year. And Tedra says, I think Jameis Winston will be great. I love Drew Brees, but it's time for Winston. He might go. Nah, Drew ain't going to no goddamn Cowgirls. Are y'all serious? So all right, so I think we've talked enough, guys. I think we all got out what we want to get out. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys for joining this chat. I really appreciate my dog, the Last Saint, for the super chat. Last Saint, thank you always for showing me love. Y'all, if y'all don't know the Last Saint, if you're not deep in these New Orleans Saints streets like that, go show my dog Tyrese, the Last Saint, some love on his YouTube channel. Just click on his name, I think, or search him on YouTube, the Last Saint. His channel will come up and show him some love and support too. James says, Drew will forever be a great Saints player, but his time is up. My time is now. Dun, 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 dun. Johnson, I'm just joking. This is Jameis Winston's team now. Who that? Yeah, Jameis Winston. Like, James needs to come to training. Do a press conference tomorrow with like the John Cena girl and be like, "Yo, Drew, you can't see me. Your time is up. My time is now." We'll see though. It'll be interesting. It's never not an interesting day in Saints land. Let's say that. It is never not an interesting day. We are in the middle of May, and look at us. We have news barrage after news barrage. You gotta love being a Saints fan, man. This team is a content creator's dream. So Devin says, word life. So I guess, guys, all we can say is we'll see, right? We will see. But I appreciate the discussion. I might do a live stream later this week with my family to discuss this more. We're going to see. I mean, I'm sure Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport and all the NFL insiders are working ferociously right now to see if Drew Brees is just joking, or they're trying to talk to like some people close to Drew Brees to see if he's actually being serious about this. Either way, it's going to be fun discussion. Either way, I think we all believe in Jameis. I think we all want to see what Jameis can do. I don't think Drew Brees is going to take Jameis' shine away from him, but I do think that itch is always going to be there for Drew Brees. And if that itch gets stronger and stronger come November, December, you never know. You just never know. So I appreciate you guys for joining me on a Sunday night. It is now 9:30. All the Game 7s are over with. We are now getting into the process, obviously, of having to go to work. The case of the goddamn Mondays. If any major Saints news comes out, you guys know I am always going to be a live stream or a skits away. Hope you guys enjoyed my skits the past few weeks. Hope you guys enjoyed my upcoming skits. If you are new to the channel, if you are one of the 30 people in this chat right now and you do not subscribe to the John Bones channel, what are you waiting for? It's the greatest, most underrated, most under the radar YouTube channel out there right now. It's going to be a big YouTube channel right there. So why would you not want to subscribe now? So you can say, hey, I was a John Barnes YouTube subscriber before he was the big Dane. So, you could be like, how when an artist blows up, they have to say like, huh, I was there from day one. You guys were just on when he became that famous musician. I was there for when he had his first album that only did like 1,000 sales. I'm in that 1,000 sales era right now. So why not be one of the people who can say I was an OG John Barnes YouTube subscriber? Right? Is that a good pitch? I work in PR, so is that a good pitch to get you guys to subscribe to the channel? I appreciate all you guys. We end this videos every way, and I'm going to say it like this. As always, guys, do not be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. Or not. I'm just a human being, but I'm not the law. See you guys next time. And as always, I cannot log off the stream without getting at least one person to put in the chat. It's still what, guys? Who that? Somebody put in the chat. Excuse me. Somebody put it in the chat, y'all. I can't leave the stream. It's by law. It is by law. I don't know if y'all know that, but by law, I cannot leave a live stream without somebody putting who that in the chat. So I know y'all love me and y'all want me to talk forever, but I cannot leave until somebody says that. Who that? So come on, y'all. We got 35 people in the chat. Somebody can put who that. Y'all playing. Y'all really want me to talk so much, huh? There we go. There we go. That's the who that's. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. How the numbers, this always happens. When I'm about to sign off, the numbers start going up. God damn it, y'all should have been on when I was already on. What up, Brandon? A lot of people saying that. If he's coming back to be a head coach, it's going to be like the assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, number 2. He's not coming back to be like the quarterback coach or none. Last thing, I always appreciate you, big dog. Thank you. Again, any super chat you send me, it's going straight to the Send John Barnes to Atlanta or Tampa Bay Fund, so I can troll those guys for you and get it on video, of course, and give it right back to you guys. So think of it as an investment. Who that to all of you guys. I love you guys. Let's have fun with the Drew Brees news no matter what. At least this team always gives us something to talk about, right? At least this team. I mean, what's going on in Seattle right now? Like, they got nothing to talk about. Saints, who? Our calendar never ends. Our calendar never ends. Mikey, yes, Drew Brees will sell tickets. The tickets are already going to be sold out anyway, so we don't need to worry about selling tickets. But who that, y'all? I love y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. My wifey says thank you. Hope y'all have a great Sunday night. And I don't know.
Bye-bye. Good night. Farewell.
So long. Farewell. Until we meet again. Love y'all. Hey, Drew, you come back. Don't throw 3 interceptions in the playoff game, okay?